Hello, Star Wars Galaxy of Hero players. This is Andy Teshordo. Today I'm going to be talking about droids. But before I do, I want to just show off the fact that I now have my 5th Gear 12 character, and it was thanks to Commander Luke. He only needed like a one-piece thing, so there he is. R2 was my first, Baze was my second, General Kenobi was my third, Rex was fourth, and then Luke was fifth. And now after that, I'm really focusing more on my dark side teams. I recently Zetaed Scion, so it's exciting. I'm gonna once I get Zeta Mall up, I'm gonna see how well a specific Zeta Mall team I'm gonna do does in arena, because I heard Zeta Mall teams are starting to become really good. But yeah, until then, and we'll see what happens. So let's go ahead and talk about droids. So in the recent bounty hunter contract event, or not the bounty hunter contract, it was the test events for Bosk when we're unlocking Bosks in the marquee event. There was a couple of battles, the practice round and the bonus round. That you faced a team of droids, and those droids were HK-47 lead. I believe it was HK-47 lead. It seemed like it was. IG-88, IG-86, Chopper, R2, and K2S. Oh no, it wasn't. Was it R2? I think it was R2. Unless it I think they had B2 somewhere in there. I don't know. It was a mixture of those droids, and K2. I know K2SO was in there. There were 6 droids in there. It was kind of a cool little team. Unfortunately, those type of teams just don't work in the arena, because droids are so underwhelming outside of a couple here and there. And that being BB-8 and R2-D2, those are the best droids of the game currently thus far. The next best one I would consider be Imperial Probe Droid, then IG-88, then Chopper. So also with the update of IG-88, we have now 2 droids that actually have target lock. So it makes me wonder, because ships have target lock in them, and that's usually because, they're ships and they're machines. If they decide to do droids to give them some certain droids to have target lock, I think that'd be really cool. That'd be really cool effect to have. So I was thinking, but what I want to talk about is a kind of prediction thought video. I've done these before, but I kind of just, want to give my thoughts on where droids would be if they ever did a droid rework. But with that event, the Bosk Marquee event, and facing the droids, it makes me wonder if they're hinting towards the fact they're going to eventually redo droids. Reworking maybe not all the droids. I wouldn't say all the droids. There's a couple of droids that don't need rework at all, but some would benefit. Well, there's a few that need 100% rework. HK-47, General Grievous, IG-100 Magna Guard, etc. But then there's some that just need a slight improvement here and there, and everything will be golden. Everything could be golden. So I do kind of want to cover that. But and I hope that they decided to, because I feel like Separatists and droids and Geonosians are all going to be separate months. Just like in Galactic Republic side, they'd have clones, Jedi, and the non-version of those. They may have 2 months of Jedi because of how many Jedi there are versus clones and all that. So let's go ahead and get started. BB-8, you think he wouldn't need rework. To support droids, the only light things I would do is, first off, in this area with his Zeta, just to add critical chance. Yes, it'd be similar to Barriss Offee, but at the same time, there's a lot of characters out there that are starting to gain the ability of this attack can't be evaded. Darth Scion has it now. Trey, I think, has one. Han Solo. There's a lot. So this evades to give droid allies health, recover health and protection. Just, it's not as good, and it's not as strong as Barriss, because Barriss is 20% health, but this is 8 health, 8 protection, which is 16 together. 16% total together between the two, so it's not as much, but at the same time, You know, it could go both ways. And protection's usually better than health a lot of the times. But for the most part, I feel like giving it a option of being critically hit and or evaded would be a good option. And if they're gonna keep BB-8 with the taunting effect, they gotta add something to where it says if BB-8 is taunting, he gets like 100% defense, 75% tenacity, and 50% critical avoidance. Something along those lines to make him better, or give him some buffs that go along with it. I don't know. It's just something to make him, be worthwhile a tank. Or if he taunts, anytime he taunts, he also gains tenacity up, so he's not getting stunned. He's, he at least can recover, especially with his Zeta. But unfortunately, they just don't. I don't know. They just don't have that. But for resistant, outside of droids, BB-8's great. It doesn't need a rework in that area. Just some sort of more support towards droids, especially since covert data. If all active allies are droids, he gains taunt for a turn. He's not a tank. I'm just meh on the idea of him taunting. They could do something better with that, and then eventually make a taunting droid. But until then, that's what it is. That's just my thoughts on BB-8. Probe droid's fine. R2-D2, he's fine, except if they ever bring in D Squad from the Clone Wars TV show, where there's like four other astromechs. Was it four? No, it was R2, Pink one. Yeah, there's four. R2 is part of the fourth. Three other astromechs and the pit droid named Whack. If there's that D Squad synergy, they could, in the number crunch, add that tag and then go, because it goes, we have max protection and max health, we have offense, potency, so why not have tenacity? It'd be simple, easy, done. It would just make R2-D2's number crunch a little better. And spreading around some more tenacity never hurts anything. But outside of that, R2-D2 is great at the way he is. IG-88 just got a rework, so there's not much to do. Yeah, sad I don't have this reworked at all. I'm going to probably leave it. I don't know. They did recently rework him, which is great. He just doesn't have any droid synergies at this time. Maybe he'll get some down the road, but we'll see what happens with him. HK47, obvious. He needs a super rework. Like, maybe even upping the percentage of, going up to 35, 40, maybe even 50% chance to inflict some of these buffs or debuffs, giving him another special, either another special or unique, because he is a very legendary-ish droid. He's very famous from KOTOR 1 and 2, as well as he's also in Star Wars The Old Republic, or Star Wars SWGOH. And so he could be retagged as a tank. He could be built more as a tank. He could also be built more as a... Because right now, he has really nothing going for it except his leadership. And droid's best leadership right now, is HK47. That is just so dismal and so sad that is what we have at this time. But hopefully down the road, they give him some huge new rework. And honestly, with his reconstruction, I would love it to be similar to Boba Fett's, where he dies and instantly comes back, and he has that buff above his head. Maybe it'd be a HK buff, like it would have his the HK head or something in the little picture for reconstruction, where he reconstructs, and then if he revives, maybe he heals, the droid allies. Of course, also it'd be great to see T3 and 4 and maybe Goto come into the game at some point. I think it'd be great. Maybe even add Beodur as a droid leader, kind of like Lobot, and then rework Lobot. only if, right? Only if. Chopper, the few things I would do with Chopper and to make him a little more droid, he does great with droid. He has the ability to assist when a droid ally attacks. I love that part. That should obviously stay. But first up, his taunt. kind of like I kind of have a slight issue with his taunt, similar to BB-8, is the fact that a lot of characters nowadays don't have that, are starting to, lose or gain the chance of not having their attacks not be evaded, and it hurts with his 30% evasion. And if they're going to keep creating characters that say, "Oh, this attack can't be evaded," then what's the point of this evasion? I feel like he needs something similar to what I said with BB-8. Defense, critical tenacity, critical immunity, something around those lines if he's taunting. So he gets a little bit more tankier if he's taunting. I still feel like it would be cool to have him taunt for 2 turns, but even if it's just a 1-turn taunt, that's fine. As well as maintenance protocols, not the assist half, but the top half should also be shared with droids. So he's a maintenance. It says maintenance protocols, so he should be maintaining health of droids. Obviously, with Phoenix Squad, he's sharing it with Hera's leadership, which is fine. But I think it'd be cool to still see Chopper support and heal droid allies, recovering health and gaining protection of whenever they're damaged. That would be game changing, especially in battles where they're going from phase to phase. Phase 1 of 4, or not phase, round or whatever. In the events, like one of the events where you just go from round 1 to round 8, and gaining that protection up tends to, the way they have it set up, tends to heal up that protection permanently when you go to the next round. So that's always cool. But outside of that, I feel like that would be a little bit of a game changer towards Chopper. Grievous, everyone knows Grievous needs a rework. That's the most talked droid out there that needs a rework, as well as Separatist. So he's definitely, I feel like he would actually be saved not for droids, but for Separatists, just because his leadership could easily be like, I like the negative 20% crit chance, crit damage. So maybe that could go up to 30%. Make it similar to Palpatine's 35, and then give Grievous, a chance to give Separatist and droid allies plus a certain amount of health protection, or critical avoidance, something like kind of like Palpatine, because this feels like it's starting to lean towards Palpatine's type of effect. And if they could do something similar to Palpatine's / similar to Trey's / similar, at least with the stats, the plus something towards droids and Separatists, that would be game changing. That would give would make Grievous a very viable droid leader on top of a Separatist leader. And then, of course, have a little paragraph of, gains turn meter, or whenever something's attacked, some other droid gains 100% turn. Something along those lines. Grievous has been talked about so much. There's so many ideas to work with Grievous. He just needs the rework. That's why I kind of stopped at gear 9. I'm close to gear 10. All I have to do is get 2 gear pieces to gear 10. That's 1 set of those and 2 sets of these stun cuffs, and I'll have a gear 10, getting close. He's just one of my few droids that isn't maxed out as far as I want, until they start reworking, and then I'll eventually start working on droids. K2SO, right off the bat, he feels like his kit is a unique kit, especially with being a taunting kit. I feel like this kit can be a game-changing kit in droids. He is a really fast droid. Like, I'm giving him only 63, and he's still decently fast. If I, gave him some more mods, better speed mods, like this one has speed, but then this one has like 9 speed, no speed, 5 speed, 8 speed, and 11 speed. So if I give him, literally like 15 speed on each, he would be decently fast. And he could be a fast, counterattacking, taunting tank for droids. It's just a few things I feel like that could be better. Is like, maybe one thing that would be kind of cool to also work with the Rogue One tag is with the Enforcer, is if he's auto taunting, if there are at least 3 or more Rogue One or droid characters on the field on your side. So if there's like 3 or more Rogue One and or droid allies, he auto taunts at the beginning of the match. And then this Zeta is horrendous. This should be. I feel like this Zeta could be a similar copy to Han Solo. I know it's kind of weird to copy another Zeta, but I don't see why that's a bad thing either. Because we have some similar abilities with Lobot and Akbar. So, and then of course there's also some similar abilities with Barriss Offee and Hermit Yoda and Chirrut Imwe with the healing equalization. So I don't see where it wouldn't be too bad to recover, at least 5% protection and maybe 2.5% health every time, a K2SO is damaged, something of that nature. Or maybe it's 5% health and 2.5% protection whenever he's damaged. And then, maybe giving the Zeta also the ability to make sure he's not dazed. He's immune to daze. That'd be kind of cool. B2, he just needs Relentless Barrage up, percentage chance up. Maybe keep it 40% and then doubled for droid and separatist allies. So if a droid or separatist ally is damaged, he's going to be going a lot faster. That would be a game changer. Mowdown could also not be countered. And then getting close to IG-86. There's not much to change about him other than maybe upping maybe the 20 to 25% crit damage, since everything's starting to become even more and more tankier nowadays. And then the 4.5 to maybe 5 or 7.5% crit chance. And also, I thought of this as another option is if he calls a random, he calls a random ally to assist. If it's a droid, he gets 75% crit damage, or they both attackers get 75% crit damage. But on top of this, whatever class he calls in, they should get a buff. I feel like that would be kind of a cool effect for droids. And then IG-100 Magna Guard. Again, I've talked about this one before. I feel like he should be an auto taunter as long as Grievous or Dooku is out on the field, because he served both those two mainly. I think there was one that also served Cad Bane at one time, but it doesn't matter for that one. But mainly for Grievous, he gets more bonuses serving if Grievous is on the field. Well, if Dooku and Grievous are on the field, then he gets, bonuses from both. But he gets more bonuses from Grievous because, so his unique would give 2 types of bonuses if Grievous is on the field, and then 1 bonus if Dooku's on the field. And then obviously, again, auto taunt if one or both, if Grievous and or Dooku is on the field. So, but that is all the droids. Areas where I feel like they could be improved. I can't wait till droids are reworked. I am excited that we got a rework for bounty hunters. It made them better. I really love the fact that I'm able to now do the Wampa Dark Side Territory battle a lot better. That Wampa battle was annoying, but this time around it was not as bad as it used to be. So I'm kind of glad that was... Where was it at? It was right here. No, it was right here. Ha ha ha. That was yesterday. But for the most part, I feel like that would have been... That's a great thing that we have. Of course, now we have a tank for this faction. Kind of like Night Sisters didn't have a tank before, but then came October, we got Night Sister Zombie, and now they have a decent tank but of course, a lot of Night Sister teams love to run General Kenobi just because of the cleansing effect. But I'm glad they're reworking a lot of different factions when they are able to. Of course, this month, I feel like this month and June is going to definitely be nothing but the Han Solo movie characters. We're probably going to get a month of Light Side, get a month of Dark Side, or kind of the main crew this month, and then maybe June we'll have random other, characters. But we'll see how they decide to do this coming in the future. I'm sure next week or the week after is when we're really going to start seeing characters. I will start covering more and more when they come out, so stay tuned for that. But other than that, again, thanks for watching. I really appreciate all those been watching the videos I've been making. Again, this is just my thoughts on droids. Obviously, it's not the way. It's kind of some of the way I would go. Obviously, I didn't cover much on Grievous or Magna Guard on how to improve them, just because there's a lot that can be done with those two, as well as HK-47. The other droids just need minimal reworks, some here and there, just to give them the cutting edge to having a droid team, a viable droid team. So again, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. You guys have a wonderful day.